I'm Katie LaGrone. Hurricane Helene put a spotlight on a dangerous gap in Florida. Property owners without flood insurance. We wanted to know how that could change.
Tidal surge pushed in, really salty water.
After living in his Bradenton home for 20 years, Brian Zoller is about to do a first.
I've never made a claim before, so I'm really not sure on how the process works.
Zoller's home sits right across the street from the Manatee River.
Garage, like I said, had 3 or 4 feet in it, so all your storage bins with your entire life are filled with Manatee River water.
On Thursday, Hurricane Helene brought the river inside.
It was up maybe about 6 inches or so, just enough to get everything wet.
Zoller is one of an estimated 20% of Florida homeowners with flood insurance. Insurance insiders expect that number to jump at least temporarily. After a storm, it always does, they say.
I think that this will be kind of an eye-opener. We've had other eye-openers like Ian, Adelia, but this one has really hit the coast very hard. And I think that people will start paying more attention and actually buying flood insurance.
Chad Latour's business is flood insurance.
Do you see a day, or should there be a day, do you think, that flood insurance is mandatory for all homeowners, or at least more homeowners?
That's a great question. I've talked about that for years, like why don't lenders require it when there's a loan regardless of flood zone? It's an average of about 30% of those in low hazard areas suffer a flood loss. So, and those are the ones where the lender's not requiring it. So do they wake up and realize that they're losing, homes in these scenarios, or do they keep following what they've always done and just requiring it on high hazard?
This year, Citizens Property Insurance, the state-run insurer of last resort, started requiring policyholders in special hazard zones buy flood insurance in addition to homeowners insurance. But since most flood insurance is backed by the federal government, forcing private insurers to do the same is unlikely and would require a change in federal regulation, explains Professor Chuck Nice, head of the Risk Management and Insurance Department at Florida State University.
If I was to try to do that, if I owned an insurance company and I said, I'm going to require flood insurance when my competitors do not, that will probably put me at a competitive disadvantage. That's probably why you don't see private market insurance companies doing that.
I hate insurance.
Back at Brian Zoller's home, had he not been required to buy flood insurance, he says he probably wouldn't have. But now that he's got it and needs it, he's hopeful after 20 plus years, his flood insurance may finally pay off.
It's the one time where you're like, well, thank goodness I've got it, but it's kind of still up in the air whether they'll cover anything. I hope they will. They should. I've been paying for 25 years, probably paid more than I'm going to get out of the policy. But yeah, it's good that I've got it.
In Bradenton, Katie LaGrone, WPTV News.